It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Monday morning, your feel-good breakfast show. And this morning, as we are talking to Dr. Eve, our relationship expert, we're asking the question, what should you do if you find yourself being in love with your best friend's partner? A very awkward situation indeed.
Yeah.
In fact, we went onto the street to ask, should you break off your friendship if you are in love with your best friend's partner?
I would never put off a friendship with my best friend because of a girl, no, never.
Definitely not. I don't think you should break off a friendship just based on being in love with a girl.
Well, that would depend on the circumstance and how strong the bond is with the friend and the partner. If it's something that will be happening while they're together, I wouldn't go for it because obviously I'll be going against my own morals and principles. But if it's something whereas the feelings are mutual and they're strong and we've got a great chemistry about it, then I'll definitely go for it, you know?
I don't think being in love with the best friend's partner would be worth breaking off the friendship unless it was something really serious that took a different course and was resolved by kind of everyone. But I think friendships are, by nature, last longer than potential loves or crushes or whatnot. I think friendships are a lot more special, so I think I'd be really hesitant to break off the friendship for that.
No, I don't think so. I think that you should maintain the friendship and just let it go.
So the overwhelming majority seems to say that no, you shouldn't break off your friendship if you are in love with the partner of your best friend. Except that one guy who you should probably be very careful of if he's your friend. I'm joking. But he was like, it depends on the circumstances.
I like that.
If the feelings are really strong and they're mutual, perhaps it's something to consider. What do you say? Should you break off the friendship?
I like the fact that people are acknowledging how important friendship is. And maybe also because we live in a time, Katlecho, where relationships are just so fragile. And they're also not long-lasting. And we don't really have a lot of faith in commitment anymore. And I think that that's kind of coming through, where we know friendships are more solid and relationships are quite scary. And we don't want to make ourselves vulnerable because it may end, and then you've lost the friend as well as you've lost the lover or the long-term partner that possibly could have happened.
Okay.
So I think it's, I think it's showing a trend, which is very sensible, actually.
Dr. Eve is a fence sitter on this one. She's not saying yes, you should break off the friendship or not. But let's move on to the next.
I think the friend will break up with you. I think the friend would terminate.
So let's say you decide that the friendship is more important, Dr. Eve.
Yeah.
How do you continue that friendship despite the possible frustration that might come along with that? The fact that you might be sitting at a table and they're there being all lovey-dovey and you're like,
Yeah.
How do you handle that frustration?
I think there's, coming back to what you start out with in terms of honesty, how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
If you're sitting with it and you're finding that it really causes you unhappiness, and also you're not going to be able to be honest in your friendship with your friend, it's going to impact, and you can't keep denying it and you can't keep lying about it, and it will organically, naturally emerge. And he or she is going to pick up that you're actually into this partner, and they will begin to feel jealousy, or they'll become suspicious, and they will take you on or say, hey, listen, brother, hey, listen, sister, I'm feeling that.
What's going on? Yeah, there's a
What
vibe.
is going on? So that's going to happen, and naturally there will be a communication. There will have to be a conversation, which may be what I call one of those difficult conversations that people try and avoid having. And I think that then allows you to be much more elegant around saying, this is going down, I'm uncomfortable about it, I feel awkward about it, I don't like what's happening, but this is what's happening. And then your friend is going to want to break up with the other person that they're in relationship with because the emotions won't be there. They'll have detached from you if they've begun to attach to your friend in any case. So it's not going to feel like a substantial relationship.
All right, let's go back to that main question I asked just before the ad break. If you start becoming a shoulder to cry on for the partner or for your friend if their relationship starts experiencing problems, does it ever happen that people become manipulative and try and use that situation to break them up so that you can say, well, you guys are broken up now, which means I can now start dating your ex?
Let me tell you the bad news around that stuff is that when you go, usually, from one relationship directly into another relationship, the chances of success of that relationship are pretty low. They're not really sustainable over a long period of time. If you are going to become the confidant, and in that way, and it happens, you begin to see that you have a lot in common, that you really like each other, that you really connect with each other, it may not be a good way to actually emerge into a new relationship. But I'd love the listeners to tell us, maybe they have experienced fabulous relationships that have come out of that. You have to detach in a certain way from that person before you're able to really attach in another way. Also, we want to start, what we start out with, is this really just lust, that there's a sexual attraction, or is it that really I feel a connection with this person? You have to value what it is before you actually have that conversation and decide to risk changing the nature of that friendship.
Or maybe it's because the two of you as friends are so similar to one another that you end up invariably going for the same kind of person. And now that your friend has found this perfect specimen of human being, you're like, but this is exactly what I'm looking for. Perhaps you've encountered this in your life. Do give us a call on 083-9133-728. I would love to hear if you've experienced this. How have you been able to handle this situation in your life as we continue with our relationship chat with Dr. Eve? 083-9133-728. Do give us a call.